In this section of your training, you're going to be going over some advanced Google spreadsheet options that you can use in your classrooms. Before we get into the heavy stuff, let's just start with some basics so we can all be on the same field, to make sure we have the same clear understandings of some of the basics before we get to the advanced stuff. So the first thing, I just want to make sure everyone understands, basically, number one, spreadsheets is a great way to gather and organize information and do some math calculations with that. You can do some really cool things with numbers and calculations in spreadsheets. But let's start with some basics with using spreadsheets. And I want to start with being able to create patterns. Now, in spreadsheets, the great thing about it is that it will create and recognize patterns very quickly whenever you are creating them within sheets. So I could go into a sheet and I could type in something as simple as the month January, and Google Spreadsheets recognizes that as a pattern. It says January, I know what comes next, February, March, April. So if I drag this down, it recognizes the patterns and it will put the rest of the months in there. So there's certain patterns in there that spreadsheets automatically recognizes. Another one is days of the week. If I just type in Monday and I was to drag this one out, it will recognize, okay, everything after that is rest of the days of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on and so forth. And there you have your pattern. You can also create your own pattern here. So if I wanted to do a pattern of every 3 or something like that, spreadsheets will recognize this, and if I drag this down, it'll recognize to add 3 to the next one all the way down. So those are just some basic patterns that you can do with spreadsheets. Some that it automatically recognizes, some that you kind of have to create, but it'll pick it up for you. And that's one of the basic things, one of the foundational components of understanding how to use spreadsheets.